and then whenever you feel comfortable.
I often think about, why I started this brand and the message that I'm sending. I didn't just do this because CBD was another popular thing or another fad. I was so deeply rooted in the message that I wanted to give. Coming from, a background where I developed acne pretty early on, I was about 12. And what that does to you as a teenager. Feeling insecure when you walk out, constantly judging yourself, analyzing every single piece of your face and or your body. It just really does something to you. I want to promote a healthy image of the beauty industry. I want to show that you have pores, you have redness, you have pimples. It's totally normal. I have them right now. It doesn't matter. It should not reflect who you are, what's your worth. Kind of puts a damper on your quality of life, and no matter how dramatic that sounds, it is reality. For me, I noticed that when I started to accept myself and accept my skin the way it was, the better it got.
Making a connection with social media and everyone covering up their acne and their imperfections and trying to have this glass sort of skin that everyone's talking about, this poreless canvas that is just so not, it's so far-fetched to even have something like that. We all have pores. And beauty's imperfection. Like, beauty isn't, being perfect. I wish that people would feel a little bit more comfortable in the anatomy of their skin and the way that their bone structure is, because it's beautiful. It's when someone wants, there's to have no pores is when it gets a little bit crazy, or they don't want one blackhead, or they have a freckle and they want it gone. Stuff like that, I think, is natural, and texture is beautiful, and pigmentation can be beautiful. I feel that, all of these procedures that you see on social media, that these girls are, lips, fillers, these invasive procedures, it's like putting a Band-Aid on something. It's like a quick fix for a deeper, larger issue.
Social media has taken away the responsibility, I think, of really being ourselves. We love that we don't have to be necessarily accountable to the person right in front of us, which I think has totally destroyed this idea of honesty, accountability, and real beauty. Because of this culture, my vanity personally seems to have reached this all-time high, and it feels heavy.
Your skin tells a story, tells your life, where you've been, what you've done. Crow's feet, for example, these beautiful smile lines, they show a year's worth of telling stories and having a good time with people.
Post-COVID now, it's just, you don't know what's gonna happen. And, for me, I haven't seen my mom in 3 years, and it's just, things change, and there are things that just don't matter anymore.
I feel like now, when we look back, I think it's gonna be a little sad that our grandchildren and, relatives down the line are gonna have these photos of us, and it's not even accurate. It's not how we would have been remembered in years past.
I have a young daughter who's 5 years old, and I want her to grow up feeling really confident in her skin. We all get blemishes, we have freckles, we have different bone structure, and I want her to know that she's beautiful the way she is.
Nowadays, with there being so many platforms of social media, and people becoming so famous so easily and being called the term an influencer, it is very easy for people to look up to them and create a standard of them and say, if you don't look like them, then you're not good enough for me. And going on these apps and seeing these girls and realizing that I don't look like them, it kind of hurts, because like you're like, oh, but like I want to look like them. No matter what I look like, I'm beautiful, and everyone else around me is too.
Does beauty stem all the way back from when you're not even conscious about what that is? You hear the word, oh, you're so beautiful, when you dress up, when you have, you know, your birthday party and your hair's all done and you put on the nice shoes and you might borrow your mom's, you know, lip gloss, and oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. Is that the way girls are raised to be? While, you know, boys are more like, oh, you're so handsome, you're so strong, you're so... That's when we get the positive feedback and it makes us feel good. So is that what we're constantly searching for? It just, I think the moment that you realize that I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful, is when the shift happens, when you stop caring about what other people think and the norms and everything. It's just like, it's liberating, you're free.